Alright, so obviously by that gigantic PlayStation logo at the very beginning of this video, this is not my personal gameplay. But I did actually play this exact demo that you're about to see at E3 2018, and just because the game was not recordable or direct capture was not available for this game unless you're like a massive news outlet. I think probably IGN probably got some direct capture. I don't know. Anyways.
Hey, do you have time to check something out for me?
For you, Yuri, anything. I'm on my way.
Anything for you, Yuri. So yeah, I thought since this is the exact demo that I actually played, I could still give you guys my impressions of what I thought about Marvel Spider-Man, because it's definitely one of the more hyped games that's coming out this year. And I hate to be a wet blanket because there's just so much negativity on the internet these days, and I don't want to add to it. But I'm not necessarily saying that it's going to be an awful game. I still think that it's going to be a good game when it fully releases later this year. I just don't think that it's going to be as good as a game that I originally thought it was going to be. So it might be just because we've been so spoiled as of late with superhero video games, especially if you take like the awesome trilogy that was Rocksteady's Batman Arkham series. That series was just phenomenal all the way through. There was just so much polish, and that was a really awkward cutscene there. So yeah, that series was just pure quality the entire way through. So maybe it's just had that level of finish that I just didn't find in this game. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger up on it exactly what this game is missing. That missing special something, that je ne sais quoi, if you will, of what makes a game a really good game to a phenomenal game, what pushes a game from a mid-8 all the way to a 9. It might be just because this. I think.
Hey guys, bird watching? I saw some pigeons over there.
There are a couple reasons. I'm gonna try to kind of just back up what I'm saying first, just so it doesn't sound like I'm just being, like I said, a wet blanket. First off, the game didn't look as good as I thought it was going to initially.
Can't have the ones inside feeling left out.
In we go.
Going down. MJ, I'm at the first location on your list, and guess what I found?
Demons?
Give the lady a prize. See if you can figure out what they're up to while I introduce myself.
Demons. So this is exactly why I rarely ever watch video game trailers or pre-coverage of a game before it fully releases, because I find that trailers really affect your opinion of the game, especially when you finally get to play it. So when I watched the E3 demo of this game last year, it looked like, in terms of graphical fidelity, it looked absolutely phenomenal. Everything was nice and bright, shining, everything flowed very nicely. But when I finally got hands-on with the game, it didn't look as good as I thought it would be in person. Maybe it's just because it wasn't. I did play it in like a outside environment. It was right after Sony's press conference that I got to check this out, and the game was being played outside. So first off, it didn't look as good as I wanted it to, and the combat, although the combat is still, the controls felt good, it didn't feel. It had something missing to it. I can't, like, it didn't feel as smooth and as polished as it did in like Arkham type games. It's just, there's something that I took away. It didn't have that Rocksteady polish. I guess that's the best way I could say. I know that's not fair because Insomniac obviously isn't Rocksteady, but if I'm just trying to use like a litmus test of between games of what I thought, yeah. But it uses a lot of the similar mechanics, such as the counter button. Anytime his spider sense goes off, you press circle in order to dodge an attack, and then you build up your meter to execute special moves. As you beat up and pummel enemies, you get abilities like that, as well as gadgets that you can use. So then we got another cut right here.
Spider-Man, Shocker has escaped, and now he's robbing a bank on East 31st.
What happened? I thought he was behind bars.
He was, but one of the guards just walked up to his cell and released him, then gave him his suit back.
I knew Shocker was working for someone. What did you get out of the guard?
Wish I could ask him, but he's dead. Whoever made him release Shocker didn't want any loose ends.
Damn.
Looking at the security footage, the guard was in some kind of trance. And it might have been the lighting, but it looked like his eyes were glowing.
Well, that's crazy. Okay, I'll see what I can get out of Shocker when I get to the bank.
Get to the bank. So this is where the demo finally ended with our encounter with Shocker right here.
Herman, long time no see. Hey, I'm no lawyer, but I'm pretty sure that's a parole violation.
Beat him up.
Oops, guess we're stuck in here for a while. Want to play 20 questions? No? How about we thumb one? Okay, face punch it is. Whoa! Your gauntlets are all digital now, aren't they?
Have it your way. You wanna fight? Let's fight!
Man, can't wait to put you back on your bar so we can talk science. Remember our first fight? Me so young and stupid. You just stupid.
You talk too much!
Well, that's a matter of opinion. I mean, are there any standard metrics for how much talking one should do? And who determines the ideal ratio of talking versus not talking? Also, how would you measure it? Now I can do some real damage.
He does talk a lot. I was waiting for him to shut up so I actually can finish off this video. So yeah, maybe I was just having a bad day. Because I actually talked to a bunch of other both professional press as well as other YouTubers like myself, and I just wanted to kind of gauge their opinions of the game to see if they were kind of in line with what I thought, and I was actually the only one who had the kind of same feeling. Everyone else absolutely loved it. They thought that it's going to be an incredible game when it fully releases. I still think, like I said earlier, it's going to be a really good game, but it's just my hype was dampened a little bit of how good it was gonna actually be. And let's be honest, like an 8.4, 8.3 is still a fantastic score for a game. Not every game can be a 9, basically. It takes something really special for a game to get up into that extra 9 level. But yeah, we'll see. The game's honestly is not.
Use banks anymore. You're lucky you found actual cash. If you really want to rob banks, try day trading. It's all the rage.
It's not. The game's not that far off from coming out. So enjoy the rest of the gameplay, the rest of the video, and we'll chat in the next episode. All right?
Not even sure these guys are people! Could be anything under those masks!
Wait, did you say mask? This one's gonna hurt. These mascots! What do they want the money for?
Don't know! Don't care! Soon as I finish the job, I'm gone!
Coming your way! Give up now and we can protect you!
No way! You ain't see what I do! What the? You son of a...
Okay, last chance to give up. This time I really mean it.
Quit moving!
Okay, I was kidding before. Now is your last chance. Seriously. this on yourself. Literally.
プレイステーション